Digital age social movement strategy. In an era defined by rapid technological advancements and global connectivity, social movements have evolved beyond traditional protest methods to harness digital tools as catalysts for change. The landscape is now shaped by online organizing, viral campaigns, and decentralized leadership models that challenge conventional power structures. This transformation has enabled activists to mobilize across borders, share real-time information, and build solidarity among diverse communities. However, these new strategies also present complex challenges related to misinformation, surveillance, and platform dependency that require careful navigation. The digital revolution in activism. Social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram have become central hubs for modern activist efforts. These spaces allow for instant communication, grassroots coordination, and broad public engagement unlike ever before. Hashtag movements like hashtag Black Lives Matter and hashtag MeToo exemplify how digital tools can amplify marginalized voices globally. Movements leverage multimedia content, photos, videos, infographics, to create compelling narratives that resonate emotionally while delivering factual information. This multimodal approach increases accessibility and retention rates compared to traditional written materials alone. Data analytics. Movement organizers track engagement metrics to refine messaging and target demographics effectively. Decentralized networks. Grassroots initiatives often avoid centralized command structures to prevent co-option by authorities. The rise of encrypted messaging apps like Signal and Telegram provides secure channels for strategic discussions away from prying eyes. These platforms are crucial when facing state-level censorship attempts or corporate data harvesting practices. Virtual reality and augmented reality technologies are beginning to play roles in immersive advocacy experiences. Demonstrations using AR overlays can educate participants about issues through interactive visualizations without physical presence being required. Evolving tactics against repressive systems. Activists increasingly employ hybrid tactics combining offline protests with digital resistance. When governments attempt internet shutdowns during critical moments, citizens deploy mesh networking solutions to maintain communication infrastructure independently. Crowdsourcing techniques enable movements to gather evidence quickly through citizen journalism. Mobile phone footage shared via encrypted apps becomes irrefutable documentation against human rights abuses occurring in real time. Tech innovations in resistance. A study by the Berkman Klein Center found that 68% of digital activists reported using open-source software specifically designed for circumventing government firewalls. Tools like Tor browser and Siphon empower users to access blocked websites securely. Blockchain technology offers novel approaches to funding transparency within movements. Smart contracts ensure donations go directly to intended causes without intermediaries siphoning off funds, increasing donor trust significantly. Artificial intelligence applications help identify patterns in oppressive behavior through predictive modeling. Machine learning algorithms analyze historical data to forecast potential crackdowns or areas needing heightened vigilance. Building global solidarity through online spaces. Viral hashtags transcend geographical boundaries to unite disparate groups around common causes. The hashtag Fridays for Future movement demonstrates how climate activism gains momentum through coordinated international participation facilitated by digital networks. Transnational collaborations benefit from asynchronous communication capabilities. Activists in different time zones can contribute meaningfully without requiring simultaneous availability, fostering inclusivity in global campaigns. Translation bots and multilingual interfaces make content accessible to non-native speakers. This linguistic inclusivity expands reach exponentially while maintaining cultural sensitivity in message delivery. Navigating information overload and misinformation. Fighting disinformation requires developing robust verification protocols within activist circles. Fact-checking teams operating inside movements work alongside independent journalists to debunk false claims swiftly. Media literacy programs embedded in digital training modules teach members to critically assess sources before sharing content. Recognizing deepfakes and AI-generated propaganda becomes essential survival skills for modern activists. Counter-narrative campaigns strategically combat harmful myths circulating online. By creating alternative content with equal virality but accurate information, movements reclaim discourse space from malicious actors. Legal and ethical considerations in digital activism. Understanding jurisdictional nuances is vital when conducting cross-border digital campaigns. Laws regarding speech vary drastically between regions, necessitating legal consultations before launching international initiatives. Ethical dilemmas arise concerning privacy versus security trade-offs. While encryption protects communications, some argue it may hinder law enforcement investigations into criminal activities linked to certain movements. Intellectual property concerns emerge when repurposing copyrighted material for educational purposes. Creative Commons licensing frameworks provide ethical pathways for content reuse within activist contexts. Sustainable funding models for long-term impact. Traditional donation-based models face limitations due to fluctuating public interest cycles. Crowdfunding platforms offer more stable revenue streams through recurring contributions and microdonation systems. Partnerships with ethical corporations provide resources without compromising core values. Selective sponsorships focused on mission alignment rather than brand promotion maintain authenticity in fundraising efforts. Peer-to-peer lending models facilitate direct financial support from individuals to grassroots projects. This decentralized approach reduces administrative overhead associated with large institutional donors. Assessing effectiveness and adapting strategies. Data-driven evaluation methodologies measure campaign success quantitatively. Metrics tracking website traffic, petition signatures, and event attendance inform strategy adjustments based on empirical evidence. Qualitative assessments involve participant feedback surveys and community impact studies. Understanding emotional resonance helps refine storytelling techniques for better engagement outcomes. Pilot testing new approaches allows incremental implementation rather than full-scale rollouts. This minimizes risk exposure while gathering valuable lessons before wider deployment. Conclusion: the intersection of technology and activism creates unprecedented opportunities for driving systemic change. Strategic use of digital tools enhances both efficiency and effectiveness in pursuing justice-oriented goals worldwide. By embracing innovation responsibly while remaining vigilant against emerging threats, contemporary movements position themselves at the forefront of shaping future societies. Continuous adaptation remains key to sustaining long-term progress toward equitable systems.